Sister Wives Hunter Brown is missing. What happened? Is Sister Wives' son, Hunter Brown, missing, as fans are wondering where he has gone? Many fans of the long-running reality series follow the Brown children and love getting insight into their lives. Yet, has Janelle and Cody Brown's son gone MIA? Keep reading for more details. Hunter Brown is missing. What happened? This has been an awful year for the Brown family as they come up on the one-year anniversary of Garrison Brown's passing. He took his own life in March 2024, and this has been immensely tough as the OG kids were very close. His passing has not been acknowledged in Season 19 of Sister Wives, although it was mentioned in the season premiere. Additionally, his likeness has been removed from the current season per the family's request. Some close friends felt the show should not go on after Garrison died, but TLC moved forward. Many of the children are figuring out their new normal and what is best for them in the aftermath. Janelle and Cody's son, Hunter Brown, has always been very level-headed. He went to the Air Force Academy and then attended Johns Hopkins for his master's in nursing. However, Hunter has seemingly gone missing from Instagram, and he was an active poster. Fans noticed this and immediately rushed to Reddit to ask questions and get some answers. The OP wrote this: "So Hunter Brown's Insta is gone. He had tons of pics and I followed him. Weird. If one tries to search for him, it says couldn't load media, but what happened?" Sister Wives followers weighed in. "It's coming on up the anniversary of his brother's death. I would deactivate too for a bit if I were in his shoes. I wouldn't want strangers commenting, reacting, interacting, or reaching out about a deceased sibling, even if well-meaning and intentioned. It is smart of him to deactivate for a while." Mourning in private. Mental health has become very prominent in the Brown family since Garrison died. Maddie Brownbrush speaks openly on it. They want others to be aware of what their loved ones may be going through so they do not have to face the same pain. Therefore, with the year anniversary coming up, some feel Hunter Brown is choosing to protect his mental health. Plus, he may want to take this time to grieve in private. He probably cherishes his mental health over followers. Good for him. It's about to be the one-year anniversary of Garrison's death. Could be why. That lead up to a death anniversary, if you want to call it, that is so hard. I lost my dad in the beginning of January many years ago, and I still start to get really down the week of Christmas. With them being in the public, I can't imagine how extra hard it is to get through that. Don't blame him a bit. Hopefully, Hunter and his family can come together to honor Garrison. More so if he opts to keep his social media deactivated, that is his personal choice. The Brown family had been through their fair share of ups and downs, but nothing could prepare them for the shocking news that Hunter Brown was missing. It all started when Janelle Brown realized she hadn't heard from her son in over a week. At first, she brushed it off. Hunter was a busy guy. He had always been independent, disciplined, and focused. After serving in the Air Force and pursuing his studies, he had carved out a life for himself away from the chaos of his father, Cody Brown, and the fractured plural family dynamic. But something didn't sit right. Janelle sent a text. No response. She called, straight to voicemail. She checked his last known location through their family's shared location app, and oddly, it hadn't updated in days. Panic settled in her chest like a heavy weight. She reached out to her older children. "Have any of you heard from Hunter?" she asked in their group chat. Logan, Maddie, and Garrison all responded within minutes. "No, not recently. Last I talked to him, he was fine." That was the problem. Hunter was always fine. He didn't like worrying people. He had spent years growing up in the circus of his father's ever-changing affections, and he had learned early on to take care of himself. Janelle decided to call Cristin. "Cristin, have you heard from Hunter?" "No, why? What's going on?" Janelle hesitated. She didn't want to spiral into panic too soon, but something in her gut told her this wasn't just Hunter being busy. I can't get a hold of him. His phone's off. He's not answering anyone." Cristin didn't hesitate. "I'll call David. We'll head over to his place and check it out." A mysterious clue, David and Cristin drove to Hunter's apartment complex in Arizona. When they knocked, there was no answer. Cristin's stomach twisted. David, ever the problem solver, asked a neighbor if they had seen Hunter recently. The older woman next door furrowed her brow. "Not in about a week," she said. "But now that you mention it, I did see something strange. There was a black SUV parked outside late one night. It stayed there for a while, and then it just left. A chill ran down Cristin's spine. A black SUV. That didn't sound like Hunter's usual routine. Who was watching him? David called Janelle. Something's off, he told her. We're calling the police. Cody's response. Meanwhile, Cody Brown was in Flagstaff, completely unaware of the situation. That is, until Robin told him. Cody, she said, her voice laced with a hint of worry. Hunter's missing. Cody frowned, distracted. What do you mean missing? Janelle and Cristin can't find him. Cody sighed. Hunter's a grown man. He's probably fine. Robin pressed. Cristin and David went to his place. No one's seen him. His phone's off. His neighbors saw a black SUV outside his apartment late at night. That got Cody's attention. He sat up straighter. A black SUV. Now, Cody Brown wasn't exactly the most involved father anymore, but he didn't like the sound of that. Memories of the family's time in Utah and Las Vegas came flooding back, memories of paranoia, secrecy, and the constant fear of outsiders judging their polygamous lifestyle. Could it be something from their past? For the first time in a long time, Cody reached out to Janelle. What's going on? He asked. Janelle, tired and frustrated, didn't cigar-coat it. Hunter is missing, Cody. If you actually care, you'll get down here and help us figure out what's going on. An unexpected turn. As the police got involved, new details emerged. Surveillance footage from a nearby gas station showed Hunter filling up his car late at night. A second later, the same black SUV was spotted pulling in behind him. The driver never got out, just sat there, watching. Who is that? Cristin whispered, staring at the grainy footage. Then came the real shocker. An abandoned vehicle matching Hunter's car was found on the outskirts of town, near a stretch of desert. The keys were still in the ignition, but Hunter was nowhere to be seen. Panic turned into full-fledged fear. A desperate search, Cristin, Janelle, and even Cody worked together for once. They reached out to Hunter's military contacts. They called his friends, his professors, anyone who might have seen him. Then, finally, a break in the case. A witness came forward, a truck driver who had been traveling along the highway near where Hunter's car was found. I saw a young man walking on the side of the road, he told the police. He looked a little disoriented, like maybe he'd been out there a while. But when I pulled over to ask if he needed help, a black SUV pulled up behind me. He saw it, got spooked, and ran. Cristin felt sick. He was running from someone. The truth unfolds. Days passed, and the search continued. It wasn't until a team of hikers stumbled upon a small makeshift campsite deep in the Arizona wilderness that they finally got their answer. Hunter was alive. He was dehydrated, exhausted, and shaken. But he was alive. When authorities questioned him, he was hesitant at first. But then, slowly, the story came out. Hunter had been followed. At first, he thought it was just paranoia, but the black SUV had kept appearing, outside his apartment, near his gym, even at the grocery store. Then, one night, as he was driving home, the SUV cut him off. Two men got out. They said they wanted to talk, Hunter recalled, his voice hoarse. They knew my name, knew about my family. I don't know what they wanted, but I wasn't sticking around to find out. He had driven away, but they had followed. That's when he made a split-second decision. Instead of leading them to his apartment, he drove out of town, pulled off the road, and took off into the desert on foot. They must have searched for me for a while, but eventually they gave up. Who were they? The men in the SUV were never caught. Their intentions remained a mystery. But Hunter had his suspicions. Maybe it was someone from my dad's past, he admitted. Maybe it was just some random creeps. But I knew one thing, I wasn't going to wait around and find out. Janelle hugged Hunter's son tighter than ever. Cristin cried. Even Cody, for all his faults, looked shaken. For once, the entire Brown family had come together to search for one of their own. And though they didn't have all the answers, they had what mattered most: Hunter, home, and safe. And with that, the mystery of the black SUV remained just that, a mystery.